going to ask you about RB. I mean, obviously that's a unique situation to have to pull a guy out of the administration and put him on the field as a coach. Kind of talk about the adjustment he's making.
He's doing a great job, and it's been a great transition for him because he's able to work with, Coach Davis, to learn, the Division I, to be a Division I football coach. But more than the X's and O's, what RB brings right now is our culture, just the brotherhood and who we are. He's a great leader of men, and so the guy obviously was one of the best corners we've ever had here at the Naval Academy. But he's gone and he's served. He's a colonel, lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps. But he knows what this is all about. So I just think the valuable information and knowledge and expertise that he brings on the other side of it is going to help our guys and pay great dividends. But he's enjoying it. It's exciting for me to see him around. It's kind of cool to be able to boss around a colonel in the Marine Corps, a lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps.
Well, I mean, obviously it's unprecedented. I mean, he had not coached at any level. This is very high-level coaching. How have you been able to indoctrinate him into what needs to be done?
Well, like I said, because we have more coaches here at the Naval Academy, Coach Davis is the outside linebacker coach, and he's assisting. So it allows him to kind of help and to learn the ropes. Obviously he's learning on the run. But like I said, his wealth of knowledge and other stuff is going to help us as he continues to learn the outside linebacker, continue to learn the defense. But I'm excited. He's doing a really good job.
At the time you had to make this decision when Buddy, decided to take the year off, did you have any other options, really? I mean, what else could you have done? You had to fill a hole in the staff.
Yeah, and it had to happen quickly, and it was a pretty easy choice for me because I just thought about the whole person of RB Green and what he brings to our program, and I couldn't find that anywhere else.
Good.
Coach, you talked about the composure you guys had Saturday. How about the focus the last couple of days? Have you liked what you've seen?
When we're loose, I don't know if that's good or bad. We've been loose, and we've gone up there. Last time we played well, and we were loose 4 years ago. We got our blown out of the stadium. So, it is what it is. But our guys are trying to prepare the best they can. We have great respect for them. We know who they are. But it is what it is. For us, there's no reason to be tight. Just go try our best. It's, I've heard the story before, like guys will say, I'd fight Mike Tyson for 5 seconds, give me in, and just whatever happens, you don't get paid. It's kind of, we'll go take our shots, and if we get knocked out, we get knocked out, but we'll put on our gloves and see what happens.
I love that analogy. Last question for me. It isn't often guys can hear Doug Flutie talk to him during practice. I don't know how many of them ever remember him playing, but I'm sure they remember the name.
Just a guy that's played at the highest level, has been, so successful, obviously in college and pros, and just, want to see if he had any words of wisdom, and the words that he imparted with our guys, I thought was really good. And so grateful that he just took a couple minutes and just talked about life stuff. It wasn't, X's and O's stuff, just life stuff, and was grateful that he was able to do that.
You're pretty much the same caliber quarterback as Doug Flutie, weren't you? The throwing Samoan? Did you ever throw a miracle pass like he did?
Not even in practice.
Well, I was going to ask you about this transition you're making. I mean, you've come out of the administration building onto the field as a coach. What's it been like?
It's been an awesome experience. This is a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and I am taking full advantage of it. I'm having a ball.
Obviously you never coached at any level. What's the challenges you face? This is, almost the highest level beyond, with NFL only being the beyond.
Of course, as a player, I played here. And as a player, you think you know everything. You think the coaches are taking 3-hour days, and then they are off, and you're out working out, and they're yelling and screaming at you, and that's all you think they do. But I've learned in a very short time that coaching is a lot of work. You spend a great number of hours here in the office trying to prepare for games. Your family has to pay a price and all of that. And it's a lot tougher than folks know. Everybody thinks they know how to call plays and how to get involved, on Monday mornings, how to call plays. But it's a lot of man hours that go into preparing for a game.
What has been kind of the toughest thing as far as, not having any experience whatsoever? Is it breaking down film? What are some of the things JD has you doing that maybe you didn't really understand at first?
Well, I'm actually the third, oldest guy in the room, 3 or 4 coaches that are younger than I am. However, those guys have been doing this for 8, 9 years. And so as they're going through the process, I'm trying to count 1, 2, I'm kind of count by the numbers. And they're skipping numbers and going, they're skipping all over the fronts and because that stuff is second nature to them.
Right.
I'm having to learn everything that they know.
Terminology.
What fronts go with what coverages, why I don't want to run some coverages to these fronts, and why is it important not to run a particular coverage, and those things are very difficult because I'm a rookie player, actually, rookie coach in a room full of professionals, but they've been very, very kind to me over the last couple of weeks.
Right. Well, and JD is a knowledgeable guy, and he's been in this role of outside linebackers for a while. So I imagine he's been quite a resource for you.
He has. JD, they accept all of my dumb questions and comments. They take the time out, even though they want to get out of there and be with their families or get out and get with the players and do more coaching. They take the time out to actually sit down with me and go through each and every step. And stuff they haven't having to go through, for years, but they having to do it with me. And JD, as well as O'Brien and Nua, the younger coaches, all kind of take me under their wing and show me the way.
So it's obviously a different role. I mean, you were more like a mentor to the players in your previous role as the liaison. Now you're coaching them. How have you been interacting with some of these guys in your outside linebackers room?
My old role as the director of player development actually helped me a lot with the coaching part.
It did.
Because I had a relationship with those guys that's far beyond what the coaches get to do. In fact, I had maybe a step up as far as coming over as a new guy, because I had relationships that are personal. That I know things about these guys that they probably wouldn't tell the coach or somebody else. It's because we've had that beforehand. And so now I come over as a coach, they have an understanding of respect and know that I'm there for them. And so they're willing to also give me some breaks when I come and talk to them about taking the steps. Because they know, most of the players know more than I do as far as some of the coverages and stuff like that go. And they willing to kind of accept my early rookie coaching mistakes. So they're more accepting of that because they've respected me on another level before that.
So does this spark any interest to maybe get into coaching on a more permanent basis down the road? I have no idea what kind of, how much longer you're going to be in the Marines, et cetera, but what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I was warned very early that when Coach Niumatalolo presented me this opportunity that I would catch the bug. And I surely have enough, so much so that my wife is like, okay, enough film work, you need to come to bed.
Right,
and
right.
so it is addictive, it captures you and you want to do more, and the success we've been having even makes it a little bit more of a hunger to get back in there and learn as much as I can. So I'm fully vested into the coaching program, and I'm going to work my butt off to do a good job for Coach, and we'll see what happens here in a couple years.
All right. So do you still, when you go to games and whatnot, you're still in your Marine uniform, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm still a Marine.
So you're probably the only coach in the history of Division I football that wears a Marine Corps uniform around.
Probably so. I would imagine that probably, if not one of. I am very proud of my Marine Corps heritage, and that helps me too. When I put the uniform on, it's a different deal. So the guys respect me as a Marine. They respect me as a staff support guy, and now they get to respect me as a coach. The only problem is what they call me, how they address me. It's coach or lieutenant colonel, sir, or what. So I'm having a difficult time trying to sort that out, but I'm enjoying it.
All right, great. All right, RB, thanks.
Thank you.
Do you know who Doug Flutie is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's an undersized quarterback, did pretty well for himself.
He was a starter and an undersized quarterback,
You remember seeing that pass on the highlights? The one that Gerald Phelan that bombed, the miracle pass against Miami?
Oh, yeah. It was, I'm pretty sure it was like a Heisman Trophy commercial for a while. That's really why I first saw it when I was real young.
Well, I'm going to press you a little bit because Gene asked you yesterday, he didn't really answer. The one thing you have never accomplished, you have never beaten Notre Dame. It's kind of a missing on your resume. Is that an item you'd like to fill in on the resume?
I'm a competitor. I want to win. Every time I go out, I expect to win. So, of course, I want to beat these guys. But at the same time, I understand that this is a difficult task, and it's going to take a lot. Like I said, it's going to take a perfect game by us, and we're going to have to get a few breaks, and that's just the way it is.
Strauss can check on this, but I have a feeling you're the first quarterback to start 4 times against Notre Dame. I can't imagine.
3.
I
didn't start freshman year.
Okay.
We played the first game of the season.
All right.
That was in Dublin.
Oh, that's right, because of Dublin. But you played against them.
Yeah, I got a little bit of play time.
Right. Well, what do you remember about some of the games? Out there, the last time out there, you guys moved the ball successfully. Remember that drive at the end?
Yeah.
And you guys were moving into their territory, and all of a sudden it fell apart.
Yeah. So for Ireland, for starters, man, Tateo, that was the big thing. And seeing Stephon Tua take it 70 yards and nobody could go get him, and he's 6'7", 300 pounds.
And he's outrunning people.
Yeah, I was like, wow, these dudes are good. And they ended up going to the national championship that year. And then my sophomore year, like you said, being in the game, driving late, just couldn't convert on 4th and 4. But, that's just the way it is. And then last year, I mean, they were number like 7, 8 in the nation when we played them, and fresh off of they played Notre Dame 2 weeks earlier, and we knew how good they were. Everett Golson was back, so I mean, I got a lot of nice memories, nice highlights with these guys.
Based off the last 2 years, do you feel confident that you can move the ball against these guys? You have done it.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's a new game on Saturday. It's a brand new team from both ends, on us and on them. So I don't really know what's going to happen. I just know I'm going to prepare the best I can and then go out and try to execute.
I don't know what your mindset was as a sophomore, but going into Notre Dame Stadium, that amazing atmosphere, one of the greatest in all of college football, you think you really soaked this in on Saturday?
Absolutely. I mean, it's the last time I'll be able to play in Notre Dame Stadium. And like you said, the atmosphere is unmatched. I definitely remember it fondly. So I'm excited.
All right, great. Thanks, Keenan.
Thank you.
All right.